James Rahilly got through?
Yes, he did. Yeah, I just spoke to Burjo and they're pretty happy. So it's probably a match committee decision now. So he got through everything we wanted him to, and yeah, we'll decide in the next couple of days.
He'd surely come straight back into the main team. He's obviously doing all the running.
Yeah, he's done all the running. It's really just the hand. So as long as that gets ticked off, he's a good chance to come in.
Does he need to do contact work next training?
Yeah, there's probably a little bit more he still has to tick off, but as far as training is concerned and the bash and crash and the rest of his body, he's right to go.
But clearly not feeling any pain or anything in the hand?
No pain, no. It's just how comfortable he is to play, I suppose, yeah.
A relief that the skipper was right to go?
Yes, it was, yeah. Look, I've only known Rory over the last year, but yeah, it's not someone who would do that intentionally, so we were really glad to get him off, yeah.
What did you think when you heard that he had been given a ban for that?
What do I think?
Yeah, what did you think when someone said Rory?
Yeah, I had no idea, to be honest. I only heard it on the news and then saw it. And yeah, Rory had a bad eye injury last year. Again, as I said, there's no way I would think he would intentionally do something like that. It was probably a bit of a careless act, and that's what it was graded, so probably the right decision.
So perfect was overturned. What does he add to you for going to the MCG? There'll be a lot of guys that haven't played there. It must be a huge boost to have him.
Yeah, massive. A few guys played last year in the Melbourne game, but there's not many that's played there. So the boys are pumped. The young guys are to play on that big ground and where a lot of finals are played. It'd be great to have the skipper there leading us out, and hopefully we can compete really well.
Will that final decision be made to Rory?
With Lairdy? Yeah, it still hasn't been made. We'll get together.
It'll be up to him to say on good?
Part of it, but I think everyone will come to. It is a match committee decision, but we still, as a high performance team, Burjo and that will still have their say on what's best.
Lucky Murphy, he's pushing hard to get in the club.
Yeah, he says he's got alien blood, Lockie Murphy. He's right to go. It's a pretty big operation to get artificial disc put in, so it's an amazing effort that he's come back the way he is and competing, and yeah, he's just probably got to have a few more runs and he'll be ready to go up for selection for sure.
So will he play Sanford?
He'll play Sanford this week, yep, definitely, yep.
And what about the head of him? How far off is he as well?
Yeah, well, yeah, he's fresh and ready to go. His adductor's fine, and he spent some time at home, which he probably needed and loved, and it's a great experience for him. He's back and ready to go. So unfortunately, had a bit of a migraine and missed the session today. So we'll see how that plays out. But he's up for selection. Yeah.
Yeah, what? A migraine?
Had a migraine.
What is that?
A bit of it, yeah, and then he came off. Yeah, unfortunately, but he'll still train Friday, and we'll see how he goes.
How's the spirit following the heartbreaker?
Yeah, look, we were definitely flat, and obviously a young group that we were flat for a couple of days, but I thought today the energy was back in the group, and we were really pleased and went through on our game and the things we have been working on in the pre-season. Unfortunately, in all facets of the game, we did not see that in the first half, which was really, really disappointing. But then after half time, yes, our contest was good, but some ways we moved the ball and also how we defended and stopped Fremantle was good to see as well. So yeah, much improved last half.
What did you make of your forward bits?
Yeah, obviously it was probably the Smalls' turn on the weekend. This week it could be different, could be the Talls' turn. Loved how a lot of the big boys competed, but and brought the ball to the ground, but we also want them marking the ball as well. But obviously great to see Josh in his first game debut and the energy he brought. I thought James Rowe was really, really strong, and Ned with his normal pressure was fantastic as well. So a lot of positives, Yeah.
So Josh probably can't carry that burden.
No. Yeah.
Who would you like to see, or how do you cover, well, not so much cover him, but who steps up in that end?
Yeah, well, we want to score enough goals as a forward line, but again, another pleasing thing, I've mentioned this before, but that array of goal kickers. So we had 2 defenders kick a goal on the weekend, and we had 1 for the year last year in round 23. So that was pleasing for me, that we get a better spread of goal kickers, and the mids need to jump in and kick a couple as well, not just the forwards all the time. Our side relied most heavily of any team in the competition for the forwards to kick goals last year, and we want to keep doing that. But we need a more array of goal kickers and get the mids and backs getting there and putting them through.
You make that point when you...
100 every session. Did it out there again today. But the big boys, it's their turn as well. We want them to put a few through. Folk kicked a couple, Riley had a fair few shots, but it might be their turn this week.
Where's Luke Pepper at? He kicked a couple in that trial game. He was actually quite...
No, Peds is in the mix. That's another tough decision. And I've sort of, this pre-season, had him for most of the time. We still see him long-term probably as a mid, but he's a powerful kid that can jump at the ball, bring the ball to ground, but also quite dangerous at ground level. So he'll be in the mix this week for sure.
What did you make of Brody Smith, not only a goal but a left footer?
Yeah. Well, everyone in the box couldn't believe it was a left foot goal. It was a great goal, but the most pleasing thing about that goal is how we worked the ball through. We started from D50 and worked it through really well, and Brody was the one that got on the end of it, and all the forwards did was pull back and let them go to work. And they're the type of goals we're looking to get more of.
How far away from the full season is from returning to contact training?
Yeah, not sure yet. He's definitely picking up in a few areas, but as far as the contact, he's a little bit off. So they've got a full program around Paul to get it right, and they're just taking every precaution. So yeah, no real update, but he is progressing well in a lot of aspects of it.
How's he going body-wise? I was like, weight, is he able to weight?
Yeah, but he's probably not where he wants to be. So even when he gets ticked off, I think there'll be a few weeks that, he needs to really crack on with that part of it.
Pretty commanding presence. Does he still have that sort of...
Oh, no doubt, yeah. And I love Paul. Probably one of the players I probably didn't rate as much until I got here, especially the forwards, like the way he delivers the ball. So, yeah, fingers crossed all goes well for him, because we do need him. He's in our best team.
Is he a chance to play this season, realistically?
I can't really comment on that. But as I said, there is a few parts of it, which I won't go into detail, that are really improving. But there's still some important parts that he has to get right too. So we'll be just really careful on that one.
In your time in football, how serious is this concussion compared to other ones that we've seen where players have bounced back straight away and we've seen back on the park in a few weeks? Paul's now into his third month away.
Yeah.
How serious?
Well, from that length of time, it is serious, yes. But they're just so different. They're so individual. Burjo had a couple at Melbourne, which is great to have that insight with Brayshaw and Kolajasny. So, we've got a good team around him, and I think we're making some pretty good decisions around it, but caution is still the main priority.
How's Miller after a couple of years out? How's he pulled up?
Yeah, look, he enjoyed it. We loved him kick that goal. Obviously started back. He's very versatile. He played a bit forward as well, so I think he's better for the run. And really keen to see how he goes again.
Is there much debate on bringing him back to the sand that he had spent a lot of time now?
A little bit, but he had pretty good pre-season, and speaking to the high performance team, they were more than happy for him to tick him off that he was ready to go at AFL level. So yeah.